Okay. Hi, it's me, Sans makeup today. It is Friday. We have all had a whole week home with ourselves and our children at spring break here in Austin this week. I know it is for lots of folks around the United States, especially. Woohoo! 24/7 with your kids. Um, got a little cold brew action going this afternoon, this evening. So today, daily mantra for dark times. This is a new one. Actually, today I was co-facilitating a group coaching session earlier today with the amazing Sarah Morales. Talked about her yesterday. Talked about her all the time. She's the bomb. And we were leading a group of ladies, all who are partners of sex addicts, and one of them was sharing a story. She had created a contract, her husband, or working to stay together, and they had created a contract of how they were going to interact with one another, and there were a lot of pledges they were both making. And in it there were a lot of boundaries that she requested and he agreed to, and they were pledging together. And she got feedback via her husband from her husband's therapist that some of it felt like she was being too controlling. And both Sarah and I think if you could have seen, like, Sarah was joking that her, she started twitching, and my heart rate goes, from 0 to 100 when I hear that word, especially when it comes to partners of sex addicts. But I think just women in general, and this is what I was told, I'm totally getting this from Sarah today, like controlling is another one of those words that the patriarchy has used to sort of pathologize women's behavior. And oh, Sarah just joined. Hi, Sarah, I'm talking about you. To pathologize women's behavior. It's sort of like, you see those lists of words of, like, where women were called aggressive instead of assertive, or we're called bitchy or bossy. It's like, I think controlling is another, right, is another one of those words that's used to sort of pathologize and to limit our power. And so I give you the mantra today, like, you have a right to be controlling when it comes to being safe. Hi, Sarah. Like, you have a right to be controlling when it comes to your body, right? And your safety. And I love right now, there's all these parallels, like the work that Sarah and I do working with partners of sex addicts, like we're all about boundaries and creating safety. But right now, all of those lessons apply to everybody in the world. Like, what's happening, what's personal really is what's universal at this point. And so we are literally creating physical safety for ourselves and our families, and like how we interact in the day and how we choose to social distance or not social distance, and go out into the world and buy groceries, and the things that we consume and put in our bodies and watch on TV. And like literally, like, it's this metaphor that we've been talking about, is now applied to the whole world. And so I just give all of you the gift of, like, you are not being controlling when it comes to your body and your family's bodies and your own physical safety. You have a right to be as controlling as you want to be when you're trying to protect yourself and those that you love. So I just give you permission to be as controlling as you need to be. Also want to speak a little bit because I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I follow the 12 steps, and the 12 steps are all about surrendering and being powerless, and admitting that you have no control over alcohol and over behavior, and like giving up all this control. And I just want to say that I think when it comes to women, we have, as a gender, been so institutionally oppressed and had our power stripped from us, and have been so powerless at so many levels for so long. Just be careful. I think that that's the kind of thing that can be weaponized against us, and saying, oh, you're being controlling. I think that's a way that you can, that it, the patriarchy can sort of legitimize that kind of that kind of behavior. And like, they can say things like, well, just pay attention, just check your own inventory, pay attention to your side of the street. And like, that's fine. But if what your partner was doing, or whatever the person is that you're trying to control, is endangering your safety, you have a right to object. That's no longer their side of the street, it is your side of the street, and they are infringing on your safety and your boundaries. So That's just what I wanted to say to you today. You have a right to be controlling when it comes to being safe. And anytime anybody accuses you of being controlling, just take a moment and check that in with yourself and be open to giving pause to it and being discerning and trying to maybe listen to what they're saying and look at your request and what you're asking for, but don't be afraid to say, yeah, maybe so, and I get to be controlling in this case, okay, because it's my safety. All right, everybody, it is Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Keep staying safe out there, in as many levels as you possibly can. Love you all.